Imagine living in a world that mirrors the intricate plots of a Tom Clancy novel, where the lines between fiction and reality blur. In such a world we find ourselves where military engagements have taken on a surreal twist loaded with suspense and audacity. Picture this: the calm night sky of Iran abruptly broken by the thunderous roar of jet engines. Far from home, Israeli forces were in motion, initiating a daring assault that would make even a Hollywood scriptwriter pause. This wasn't a scene from an action-packed blockbuster, but a real-life operation that could rival a Top Gun flick. Israeli planes, like a swarm of unforgiving hornets, took flight, refueled midway, and then struck with precision. The objective? Not the anticipated nuclear facilities, but targets of a far more strategic nature. Israel had a single-minded focus: to cripple Iran's ability to defend itself. The starting point? The air defense systems that Iran had proudly procured from Russia. They were decimated, a clear signal of Israel's deadly intent. This was an iconic showdown between the American F-35S and the Russian S-400 defense system, a true testament to the military excellence of both nations. The F-35S, American vector of power, engaged in a high-stakes dance with the Russian S-400, a symbol of Russia's defensive prowess. In this vital face-off, the F-35S displayed an overwhelming superiority. Not only did they evade the advanced capabilities of the Russian S-400, but also ensured the safe and unmarred return of all Israeli planes to their homeland. The strategic journey to Iran was no less than a challenge of its own. As one navigates through the hostile territories of Syria and Iraq, the trip transforms into a perilous endeavor. These lands, famed for their aggressive nature, pose as formidable barriers, the course anything but a smooth sail. However, our previous broadcasts have highlighted a significant entity playing a considerable role. Israel, in its relentless pursuit, had been hard at work. Their sole mission? To neutralize the roadblocks by disabling the radars in both Syria and Iraq, thereby striving to pave a safer path to Iran. The nocturnal symphony of the Iranian night was disrupted by the Israeli forces. It turned into an awe-inspiring spectacle of pulsating lights and thunderous roars that tore through the silence. Israeli onslaught sliced through the night sky with an unmatched dominance. Despite their best efforts, the Iranian air defense systems were no match for this overpowering force, and were left overwhelmed and inadequate. The outcome was a brutal assault to Iran's defense prowess. Not only was there a vast demolition of their advanced air defense systems, but their rocket production facilities also suffered a heavy blow. The aftermath saw the remains of once threatening installations, now nothing more than a rubble of their former selves. The aftermath of the recent audacious attack by Israel has undeniably left the Iranian regime in a precarious situation. The audacious operation, launched deep within Iranian territory, has not only crippled Iran's air defense capabilities, but also brought its rocket production to a grinding halt. This astounding military operation, akin to a Hollywood blockbuster plot, has put the Iranian regime in a tight spot, leaving their skies open to Israeli planes. The Iranian regime now finds itself unable to defend itself or even pose a threat to Israel as it was previously capable of. The Iranian skies have been darkened with the burning black smoke from the wreckage of their defense systems and rocket production facilities. Most, if not all, of Iran's high-tech air defense systems have been obliterated. This essentially means that Iran's ability to respond to Israel's rockets has been severely compromised. The once formidable Iranian air defense system in vain to stop the Israeli fighter planes, but all efforts were to no avail. The inability of the Iranian regime to defend its territory or threaten Israel puts them in a vulnerable position. The successful operation is a testament to Israel's military prowess and strategic planning. It underscores a strategic brilliance that could well be a plot of a blockbuster military spectacle. This real-life spectacle has seen Israel neutralize Iran's military systems, and the Iranian regime should indeed be concerned that they can no defend themselves nor pose a threat to Israel. The idiom, between a rock and a hard place, is fitting to describe Iran's current predicament. Israel's brilliant military operation was executed with such precision that it has left Iran in a tight spot. While some hail this operation as God's wisdom and divine protection, the reality remains that Iran is grappling with a crippling defense system and a significantly threat to Israel. In the wake of this operation, the world has woken up to a totally different reality. The Iranian regime, once a threat to Israel, now finds itself in precarious situation. As we take a step back to examine these events, the audacious attack by Israel and its implications on Iran's defense capabilities and rocket production remain at the forefront. Israel's strategic has indeed changed the dynamics of the region, and the world watches with bated breath as the aftermath of this operation unfolds. Following the bold Israeli attack, an assembly had been scheduled by President Putin and other leaders. The Putin Conference of world leaders took place to examine the economic situation and the maintaining of the strong alliance that would benefit the members' countries. The conference room was alive with whispers, wonder, and excitement. World superpowers congregated with a common goal. Russia's President, Vladimir Putin, joined the world leaders, his countenance and impassive facade mirroring the determination to establish a strong coalition that is open to a wide range of opportunity with a new economic roadway for world trade. BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, alternately voiced their viewpoints on the venture. Their reactions varied from excitement to anticipation, considering the geopolitical repercussions. China's President Xi Jinping expressed his approval about the region's stabilization and the potential implications for international peace and safety. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, conversely, pushed for a fair and unbiased evaluation of the situation, underlining the need for diplomacy and conversation. The conference ended with a unanimous endorsement of the importance of stability in the Middle East. The leaders committed to cooperate to prevent any further escalation and to foster peace in the region, reminding those countries that continue to maintain a good relationship with Israel that this new venture will prove to benefit their mutual interest. One fact was evident: yesterday's Israeli strike had forever changed the geopolitics. The BRIC conference underscored the global repercussions of the strike and laid the foundation for future geopolitical economic moves that will change their dependence on the United States currency. As we wrap up today's news, we thank you for your support, which is greatly appreciated. Please like and subscribe. Our online store, beancakecoffee.com, offers great fresh roasted coffee and tea.